But while they're standing around, as Jairus would put it, doing nothing, verse 35, while Jesus was still speaking, some men came from the house of Jairus, the synagogue ruler. He said, I don't know how to say this, but your daughter is dead. Why bother the teacher anymore? Now, I don't know what Jairus' reaction was. I can only imagine. I mean, it could have been a lot of things. He could have, just clenched his fist, was totally angry at Jesus, yelled at him, Jesus, I told you we had to go. Why? Why were you waiting? We had to go. Oh, why weren't you listening to me? Or he could have been in shock, Find out your daughter said nothing. I don't know. The text doesn't say. Verse 36. Ignoring what they said, Jesus told the synagogue ruler, don't be afraid. Just believe. Don't be afraid. Just believe. Guys, you got out of your comfort zone. You came when no one would have expected it. They would expect you at the synagogue, but you came. Don't be afraid. Just believe. So, verse 37. He did not let anyone follow him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. And when they came to the home of the synagogue ruler, Jesus saw a commotion with people crying and wailing. Perhaps it was the neighbors, maybe family, friends, but they also, if someone died in that time period, they would hire people to come and mourn, hire people to come and cry and wail as a sign of respect. So there's just people. In verse 39, he went in and said to them, while this commotion and wailing, the child is not dead, but asleep. They laughed at him. Jesus, you just got it. She's dead. I can't, what? And they laughed at him. Some of you, when you decide to not do what you normally do, but get out of your comfort zone, go with Jesus, people, they might laugh at you. What? You're giving up your scholarship to go do what? To go into the mission field? You're giving up the profession that would give you anything you wanted? Houses, cars? To go into the ministry? You're crazy. And they laugh at you. But look at what Jesus does with those who laugh at him. He put them all out. Now, I don't know if that means put them out of their misery. I don't know. He put them out. Probably not. Probably put them out of the house. Okay. He put them all out. And he took the child's father and the mother. We didn't even talk about the mother. I mean, here's this woman who was with her daughter the whole time. Last hope. Jairus, go get Jesus. And she's there, and she's a mother. They want to do everything they can for their child. And she's tried everything, but nothing has worked. And she's there. So Jesus took the father and the mother and the disciples who were with him and went in where the child was. And there's the child. There she is, lying on the floor on the mat. And she's lifeless. I mean, she's dead. She's cold, not breathing, eyes shut, dead. Verse 41, he took her by the hand and said to her, Talith kum, which means, little girl, I say to you, get up. And immediately the girl stood up and walked around. She was 12 years old. This girl who was lifeless, who was dead, is now standing and walking in their presence. And Jesus has just risen someone from the dead. This is incredible. And at this, they were completely astonished. They were utterly amazed, as you and I would be I mean, this is just incredible. Verse 43, and then ends it with this. And he gave strict orders not to let anyone know about this, and told them to give her something to eat. Now, give her something to eat, I think that's for two reasons. One is because he wanted the readers to know, he wanted his people to know that this daughter who was awake, she's not a ghost, she's actually alive again, so she can eat food, she's real. Second is because she was just dead, she's probably hungry. We're alive, we're hungry, she's been just dead, she's hungry, she hasn't eaten in a while, so give her something to eat. Okay, give her something. But the thing that always gets me about this, in verse 43, is he says, don't let anyone know about this. Why not? Jesus, you just raised someone from the dead. I don't know where you're from. That doesn't happen a lot around here, okay? We need to tell everyone. But Jesus doesn't want his followers to think that he's just a miracle worker. That he's just someone that they can come to when they're sick. I think he wants his people to know and shine the spotlight back on them and say, listen, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Well, you do what God wants you to do. You get out of your comfort zone. You do something that no one would expect, that no one would imagine. And you step out, and it might scare you beyond imagine. People might laugh at you and mock you. But you get out of your comfort zone. You get out from that wall, and you do something. And I'll handle the rest. So what does that look like for us in this room today? For everyone, it's different. What do you do when you don't know what to do? You do what God wants you to do. Get out of your comfort zone. Maybe some of you, that means going on a mission trip. You say, I don't even know where to go. I don't even know where to start. Listen, with Jairus, the woman, they didn't know everything that they had going for them was wrong. They went to Jesus. Maybe some of you, it means getting into a new group of friends. Maybe it means reaching out and bringing a friend in. But it's something that's out of the norm. Something you're not used to. Break out of your comfort zone. Okay, now like I said before, if you are new to this whole God thing, I don't care what God wants to do. I don't even believe in God. That was you before. Now I want to bring you back in. I want you to listen here because this is so cool. This is so amazing. And when I thought about it, when I found this, it was unbelievable. Okay? You're thinking, I don't know, just Jesus, okay, maybe I've been coming to church a couple times, but I'm definitely not a Christian, or I'm a young Christian. I don't know what to do. I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. I don't even know God. When Jairus came to Jesus, he wasn't a Christian either. He was a synagogue leader. He was Jewish. And what was the first thing that he did when he broke out of his comfort zone? He came to Jesus. This woman who was bleeding for 12 years, she wasn't a Christian either. She might have been a Jew, she might have just been an atheist, I don't know what she was, but she wasn't a Christian. But what was the thing that she did first when she went out of her comfort zone? She went to Jesus. Maybe for you, that might be what you need to do first. Get out of your comfort zone and what's normal for you. Go to Jesus. For the rest of us, that means we need to get out of our comfort zone and do something that's just extraordinary for God and for the kingdom. And I want to close with this thought. And I want to come down there because I believe in close